Greetings, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, salutations, all that good stuff. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to episode number 14 of albums that are 50 years old in 2023. That's right, we've got 31 days here in January. We're looking back on our favorite albums that were released in 1973, celebrating their 50th birthday or the 50th anniversary of their release. And a very hard task, as I've been saying each and every day this month, because there was so many great albums that came out in 1973. So picking just 31 is really, really difficult. There's some great albums that I'm going to be leaving off my main list of 31. Of course, we'll talk about them during the Honorable Mentions episode. But, really pains me when there's certain albums that I love so much, but I love all of these, right? So you can only fit 31 on the main list. So, but this one had to be there. I'm a big fan of this band, a big fan of this album. It came out October 10th, 1973. Recorded at Delane Lee Studios in Wembley in the UK. For the, Sovereign label in the UK, Capitol North America, Harvest in Germany, Regal Zonophone in Italy, EMI, the rest of Europe and Japan, produced by Dick Plant and the band. I am talking about Ashes Are Burning from Renaissance. If you open up, there's the band for you right there. Led, of course, by the lovely and wonderful voice of Annie Haslam, one of the great female singers of all time. Just a great band. Yeah, whatever you want to call Renaissance. Kind of hard to categorize, right? They're mostly known as being a progressive rock band, but they're very unlike most other progressive rock bands. Maybe call them art rock, maybe call them folk rock, symphonic rock, okay? Annie Haslam lead and backing vocals. John Tout on keyboards and backing vocals. John Camp, the amazing John Camp, on bass guitar. Also plays a little bit of acoustic guitars on this album, co-lead vocals. Terrence Sullivan, drums, backing vocals, percussion. Michael Dunford on acoustic guitar. And guest soloist on one song, of course, Andy Powell from Wishbone Ash plays the guitar solo on the title track. And then you've got strings, you got orchestral arrangements on this album, which were done by Richard Hewson. So, yeah. And again, so we only see, probably saying, well, Pete, I only see 4 of them there, right? That's because Michael Dunford was not yet a full-time regular of the band, even though he wrote or co-wrote all the tracks on the album. He was not yet an official member of the band, a touring member of the band. That would happen on their next album. But here he's fully on this album, but they weren't actually, he hadn't actually said, yes, I will be a full-time member of Renaissance yet. So that was to come. But but this, to me, the album that came before this prologue is really, really good too. I think for me, this is the album where you really got the full Renaissance sound. Right, they're using an orchestra on some of the tracks on here. You got the lush acoustic guitar, the big lead Rickenbacker bass, Annie's soaring vocals, the lovely piano and other keyboards. This is where Renaissance really became Renaissance for me. They kind of hinted at it a little more than a bit on Prologue, but this to me is the first great Renaissance album. And then you got a whole string of them that come right after this. So you've got Can You Understand? Right, you have Let It Grow, On the Frontier, that's side 1, 3 great tracks. And then, side 2 is even better. Side 2 is probably one of the great side 2s of any album from this time period. The lovely, majestic Carpet of the Sun, Annie's vocals just kind of shooting off into the stratosphere, the lovely accompaniment behind her. At the Harbor, really great track, very melodic. And then, of course, the epic title track, Ashes Are Burning, which closes up the album, and in fine fashion. It's just so dramatic and ominous in spots and just orchestral, and then you've got that sizzling Andy Powell guitar solo to close it out towards the end. Just so incredible. One of the great like mini epics in all of prog rock. And then, of course, if you go and get the Live at Carnegie Hall live album, right, it's like 20 minutes long. It's got this big long bass solo from Mr. Tout, and just amazing, amazing stuff. Sorry, from Mr. Camp, not from Mr. Tout. I always get the two Johns confused sometimes because he's such a great bass player. I think John Camp is one of the unsung bass players of the 70s. Just if you love that kind of high in the mix lead Rickenbacker bass sound, kind of like Chris Squire. He sounds an awful like Chris Squire at times. You will absolutely love his playing in Renaissance. Just absolutely amazing. And considering that they, didn't really have a lead guitar player in the band, he kind of took up that role, which is really, really cool. So it's nice to hear those like nimble melodic solos of his from time to time in some of the Renaissance music. But again, very, very dominated by like piano and orchestral arrangements, of course, and Annie's soaring vocals. So yeah, a magical album. And as great as this album is, they would only continue to get better, right? Because they have a couple albums that come after this that probably even top this one. So it's a really strong run in the discography of Renaissance, starting with this one. So, but yeah, again, I know a lot of people love Prologue as well, and I do too. I happen to think that this is the first of like a handful of great, great albums from this band. So yeah, if you've never heard Renaissance or Ashes Are Burning, would this be a good place to start? Yeah, I wouldn't say no to that. So let us know what you think down in the comments below about Ashes Are Burning. If you've never heard it, go check it out. Let us know what you think, and more importantly, let us know your pick for day 14 here on our countdown of albums that are 50 years old in 2023, our favorite 31 from 1973. So visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, all together, all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also, don't forget to investigate down below in the video description. We've got the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, as well as our merch page where you can get all sorts of great Sea of Tranquility stuff. Not this one, of course. This you got to find somewhere else. This great Bebop Deluxe shirt. But we do have lots of great Sea of Tranquility things to wear and show off out there in the wild as you spread the word of SOT. So thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow for day 15. What do we got coming up on the channel today? Of course, we've got the UK Connection today. We've got ranking the songs on a classic album with Simon and Steven. That album is the debut self-titled release from Wasp from 1984. We're going to be ranking the songs on that one. And then, of course, coming up tomorrow, we have ranking the albums. And we've got Martin Popoff, Jim Bakke, Stephen Reed, and Guitar Hack all getting together. We are going to give you we're going to rank our top 10 albums from the great Cheap Trick. Right, the hard rock, power pop legends. That's coming up tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. And we've got next week is Hudson Valley Squares week, so we got Hudson Valley Squares coming at you on Monday, as well as the Monsters Den on Thursday. All right, so stay tuned for that and a lot more here on SOT. I am Pete Pardo. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you real soon with more stuff. Take care. Bye-bye.